What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. You know how I do it, man. I gotta give y'all the news, man. Look, so shout out to Marcus Vegas, man. He asked Adrien Broner, man, what would you think of a potential matchup with Rolly? And AP said, man, Rolly couldn't get an AB fight if he wanted one, man. Ain't nobody worried about no god dang Rolly. And you know, Marcus Vegas was like, man, you hurting our feelings, man. That'll be a hell of a fight or whatnot. And AB said, man, what, you know, he basically stated, man, what would a fight with Rolly do for me? What that's not gonna do nothing for me. What do I need a Rolly fight for? That ain't gonna do nothing for me. AB said, once I beat him, what next? They gonna say you beat up a 135 pounder. Like he said Rolly just got knocked out. Like, why would I fight Rolly? So AB kind of goes in on Rolly, bro. But you know what, man? Listen. A lot of people, it was hype around that. Like Rolly recently did an interview saying how a fight with him and Adrien Broner would be very entertaining because both of them would sell the fight. So here's my thing about that. I think that a lot of people are caught up in the press conferences that Adrien Broner normally has, and AB normally, besides this last press conference that he did with Ivan Redcash, like AB is an entertaining guy. His press conferences are entertaining. You know, he's an entertaining. You know, everybody likes controversy, you know, right? And you know, everybody wants to see the villain lose. But in this situation, I kind of like, even though, yeah, I feel like the trash talking would be cool, but it just wouldn't be authentic. I spoke on this before as well. So I'll give you an example, right? Floyd Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya. That press conference was entertaining because there was real beef between the two, right? But Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. That press conference, to me, I didn't like that press conference because it was too WWE-ish. It just wasn't authentic to me, bro. It was just a WWE type press conference. I like press conferences. Like, one of my favorite press conferences, I have to say, is Adrien Broner versus Paulie Malignaggi. The whole build up to that fight was just perfect, and the only thing I'm mad about it is it wasn't a Paulie Malignaggi. I feel like the way that fight ended, split decision, like it just the build up to that fight, it should have been a second one. Bro, they could have really maximized their money with that. But that was one of my favorite press conferences ever. From the first press conference with him calling old girl Jessica, to the last press conference where Paulie goes off on, it was just that I love press conferences like that. AB versus Rolly Romero, there's really no bad blood between them. I think that it would just be all for ish and giggles, bro. Like, I just don't think that I don't think it makes for, I mean, I don't know. I didn't, you know, it might be entertaining, but it might not. If it seems like it's one of them things that is forced, like, I'll give you another example of a press conference I didn't like. Adrien Broner versus Manny Pacquiao. I ain't like that press conference because this is like AB was just trying too hard it seemed like AB was trying too hard to sell it. Like, I just didn't like that press conference. I like the authentic stuff, you know. So, you know, while people were trying to big up Adrien Broner versus Rolly Romero, I didn't really, you know, it's cool. If it would have happened, I definitely would have watched it. But I wasn't just it wasn't on my priority list or whatnot. However, since we're hypothetically speaking, I mean, I guess we can only speak in a hypothetical fashion because the fight, I mean, as you guys heard, AB stated, I mean, he's not worried about Rolly. So I guess that fight is not going to happen. But who would you pick in that fight? And I'm asking you, the viewers, make sure you comment that. Comment, who do you think will win that fight if that fight were to ever happen? But do you think that that's a fight that AB should even take, seeing that Rolly is coming off of a loss, but also AB is coming off of a 2-year layoff? You know, it'll be. So, I mean, the fight doesn't make sense. It could, but can we do without it? Yes. Rolly stated that he had an announcement. No, actually, Rolly was stating how he was in talks to be fighting Ryan Garcia, and then ironically, and I knew he wasn't because that same day he was talking about that they were interviewing De La Hoya, and he was saying like if the contract doesn't come today, we're gonna go talk to Ryan, see what he's gonna do. So I mean, Rolly just be talking sometimes, bro. So whatever, you know, he stated he had an opponent that he was gonna announce last week, didn't announce that. And he hasn't been in the ring since May, since his loss versus Tank Davis. Tank Davis, who has then since been in the ring a few weeks ago against Hector Garcia. So, I mean, listen, I don't necessarily think that Rolly would. I don't think that. Plus, Adrien Broner is with BLK. Rolly is with TMT. I'm not sure if Floyd would push Rolly to fight AB. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. But however, Rolly is definitely what we need in the sport of boxing. A lot of people don't like Rolly because of his antics and he talks a lot of stuff. But bro, whether you like it or not, we need that. We need that type of personality in boxing. Can you imagine, like, for example, I mean, and Adrien Broner too. We need that type of entertainment. You guys should really appreciate the entertainment these guys bring. You might not like it, but we need to, like, just imagine. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, now Miguel Cotto is in my top 10 favorite fighters of all time. I love Miguel Cotto. I've always been a huge fan of Miguel Cotto. Right, he's in my top 10 favorite fighters of all time. I want to say, if not, I think he's like number 6 or 7, something like that. But imagine if everybody in boxing had the personality of Miguel Cotto. Now, we would be in for some entertaining fights, but the build-ups would be just so dead and boring because that's just not who Miguel Cotto is. Miguel Cotto is a quiet killer. Like he's a humble, respectful guy, but he would. I heard he's strong as hell too. I heard that dude is hella strong or whatnot. But so I appreciate the Adrien Broners, the Rolly Romero. Like, if we being 100% honest, Rolly really sold the fight with Tank Davis because Lord knows that fight should not have been on pay-per-view, as well as actually any of Tank Davis's fights should not have been on pay-per-view. But Rolly sold the heck out of that fight, and he did a damn good job. We can't sit here and act like he didn't. So, and as far as Adrien Broner goes, bro, like, yes, bro, like AB does a lot of things that I disagree with. He says a lot of things that I disagree with. Absolutely. I made a whole video speaking on things that AB has done that just made me just be like, come on, bro, like, really, dog? Like, what are you doing? But we can't sit here and act like Adrien Broner is not he doesn't bring excitement to the sport, bro. Like, this dude, like I said, my favorite press conference, bro, and I challenge anybody to go back and watch that. I urge you to watch that, bro. That to this day, bro, I can still watch that press conference and be highly entertained, bro. The first one and the last one, bro. The final press conference before the fight, like, bro, it was just a beautiful build up, like, from when they had a face-to-face interaction during the Danny Garcia Zab Judah fight to the press conference with Paulie making fun of AB, come comb my hair. Like, bro, bottom line is we need these personalities in boxing. So I appreciate them. However, I just don't feel like it would be authentic with them. Like, Tank versus Rolly was authentic. That was authentic beef. You know what I'm saying? So AB versus Rolly, I would just kind of look at it as two clowns, colliding and trying to entertain, but it's just like not authentic. And the fight really does nothing for either one. Neither one of them are champions. Neither one of them are even in the title contender. Like, so I don't think it does anything for either one. But am I wrong? Do you disagree? What do you think about the fight? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?